What up, y'all? It's your man D-Real, and I'm coming at you with a movie review. Now, this movie review is different because I'm going to give you my rating before I give you the why. The harder they fall, it's a 10. I'm going to give you 10 reasons why it's a 10. Be real with D-Real. Hello, realists, and welcome to Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what I do. This is going to be a movie review without spoilers because I want y'all to see this and experience this for yourselves. I am not going to give it away. The Harder They Fall is a Western, a Black Western. We have not seen one of those, or at least an interesting one of those, in a long time. I think was Posse the last Black cowboy movie that I enjoyed. Anyway, besides the point, The Harder They Fall follows the story of a young man who's got a chip on his shoulder, played by Jonathan Majors, forms his own gang, and he's out to kill all of the people that had anything to do with the death of his father and mother. He's looking for the particular guy that did it. But when we start off on this movie, this is whose story arc we start to deal with. Now, has all of the stuff that you expect in a Western. Also, 10 things that a Western don't have. And here's how we're going to do it. I'm just going to run down the 10 things that I think made this movie a 10. Number one, the direction. James Samuel, either one, he had amazing synergy with the actors, or the actors embraced these roles like, I'm going to do this to the hilt. I've been on stage plays and I've directed stage plays, and you know when everybody's in sync with everybody else because everything's hitting on all cylinders, the dialogue, the interaction between actors, beautiful. Anytime anybody was in a scene, they was rocking it. The direction was amazing. Number two, the soundtrack. Did you know this movie had a soundtrack? Hell yeah, it has a soundtrack, and it has one hell of a soundtrack. Kid Cudi and Jay-Z, CeeLo Green, Barrington Levy, Alice Smith Coffee, and Lauryn Hill. Yes, I said Lauryn Hill, that Lauryn Hill. L Boogie, she still got it. She spits a verse in a song called Black Woman. It like she was not ever gone. Me and my wife was sitting watching the movie, and the song came on while somebody was riding or something, and she started spitting that verse, and we looked at each other like, was that Lauryn Hill? That sounded like Lauryn Hill. We was on our phones, IMDbing and looking on Google. That's Lauryn Hill. Right there. I could stop right now. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I ain't gonna stop. The utility potential, the cadence of this movie and this story, even though it's a period piece, the plot to this movie could have taken place in any era. It could have took place in Africa. This story could have took place in modern times. Hell, this story could have took place in the future. It's a classic story of revenge. And that's what a lot of cowboy movies are. But because of the way it was depicted, the way the story was depicted, it could have been any time. And that's what I loved about this movie, because the movie combined with the soundtrack has sort of a kind of made you think about like Boys in the Hood, Above the Rim, Players Club, all of those movies back in the day that was banging and had banging ass soundtracks. Bam. That is what this thing is doing with utility potential too. Historical significance. At the beginning of the movie, they let you know all of these characters depicted in this movie, even though this depiction is fictional, all of the characters in this movie actually existed. Okay, so I knew about Bass Reeves, and if you don't know about Bass Reeves, shame on you. Bass Reeves is the man who the white man took the idea of the Lone Ranger and patterned it after him, because Bass Reeves was a marshal and he went and he hunted down all kinds of criminals, black and white. And because, ain't no white criminal wanting to be taken in by no, you know what I'm about to say. So, rock the mask. Historical significance. I'd heard of Bill Pickett. I'd heard of Shotgun Mary, but the rest of them cats, it was refreshing to know, oh, we got gangster, cowboy type black folks like that. Loving it. It was awesome. Number 5, Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors plays Nat Love, the main protagonist of this movie, and just the story development of that character. He isn't just one dimensional. Okay, he's got a mean streak, he's got a vengeful streak, but he's also got a loving, caring, sensitive side, and he wants to be, done with the demons that are plaguing his life, but they just keep popping up. Okay, characterization, again, shouts out to James Samuel and these amazing actors who rocked the hell out of these roles. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like the characters in the movie, like, remember The Wiz back in the day? How all of the characters were just larger than life, and you were just like, come on in, he's on down the road, and you could believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because they took it just like they took the Wizard of Oz and put that twist on it. I said twist. Okay. Same thing James Samuels did with these actors and the Western genre. The characterization, beautiful. And speaking of characterization, that brings me to my next one, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lakeith Stanfield. Lakeith Stanfield plays one of the henchmen, Cherokee Bill, who works for Idris Elba's character, who's the main villain, Rufus Buck. He is eloquent, mellow, well-spoken, and a dirtbag. You could dress him up, but a dirtbag's a dirtbag, baby. And he plays it to wonderful perfection. Shouts out to you, Lakeith Stanfield. Okay, Black Betrayal, period. The portrayal of black men and black women in this movie is beautiful. You ain't gonna see no yesa bossing. You ain't gonna see no slave tropes. And most of the black people, for the most part in this movie, are intelligent and articulate and are business owners. You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, everybody couldn't have been like, oh, yes, I'm sorry, bro. That whole time, it had to be some smart people. It had to be some industrious people living back in Western times who were black. I love it. And last but not last, but almost last, is Regina King. Regina King plays treacherous Trudy Smith. And like Regina King always does, every role she plays, she knocks it out the park. And she's speaking with an accent. After you watch that movie, can somebody drop in the comments, what's that accent that Regina King is speaking with? It ain't quite Southern. It ain't quite Midwestern. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It's just, I love it. I'm not hating on it. I love it. She, like I said, 100%, she knocked it out the park. It would have been a whole different movie without Regina King. Trudy Smith is like Rufus Buck's right-hand woman. And she's a whole beast too. And Zazie Beetz is in this movie as Shotgun Mary. And you already know, when you see Shotgun Mary and then you see Trudy, at some point, them two gonna meet up and it's gonna be a whole problem. And last but not least, there is a plot twist at the end. What you are expecting to happen at the end of this movie does not happen. And it's like a oh-ish moment. And you're like, okay, that's an even better payoff. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't give you specifics, but just believe me when I say, if you are a black person, even if you ain't a black person, you're a person of color, you need to watch The Harder They Fall. The Harder They Fall, I think there was only one scene in the whole movie with white people in it. And it was like, wow. And it was believable. It was plausible because there was a lot of segregation during that time. And overall, it works. It fits. You know what I'm saying? Go watch this movie. It's streaming on Netflix right now. I plan to watch it again, maybe 2 more times to catch all the stuff that I missed. But man, this movie is off the chisel. Y'all need to check it out. For real. That is why I give this movie 10. After you watch it, come comment. If you have already watched it, comment. Tell me something you liked about the movie that I didn't mention. And don't give away the plot. This is supposed to be a spoiler-free review. And as always, comment, like, and subscribe to the Be Real with D-Real page so you can get alerts when new stuff come out. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share these videos. I would love for you to share these videos. Everybody should be seeing Be Real with D-Real. All right? I'll be back with another one of them other ones. And until I am, y'all be good. Good to each other.